kids, it's currently half-term and many parents and grandparents will be beginning to hear those dreaded words, "I'm bored." So rather than sitting them in front of a DVD or leaving them playing computer games, we've some more great science experiments you can try with them at home. You're going to be blown away by this. Please welcome from Science Made Simple, Wendy Sadler. Hello.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Now, they're wonderfully spectacular, but of course they demonstrate scientific principles. But the thing is, from kids' point of view, they're just fabulous fun. Tell us about the first one while I get the white coat on.
Yeah, well, we're very simple stuff here, all things that you've got in your own kitchen, very cheap and easy to do, and there's lots of investigation you can do, and it's quite beautiful, which I think is quite nice about science, is you can do beautiful things.
You've got a plate of milk here.
Plate of milk, I've got one, we've got one each. Yeah. Some food colouring, just some little pipettes, but you can use a straw if you don't have these in your kitchen.
Suck it up and blow it out.
Just put a few drops on your milk, any way you fancy, if you're feeling creative. I'm going to go for a bit of red.
Drops on my milk.
A bit of blue.
Oh, so you mix them up then?
You can spread them out a bit.
Oh, look,
a little bit there.
Dirtiest experimenter going.
Never mind, it's all part of the science.
Right, bit of red, bit of blue. Okay.
Right, grab a cotton bud there.
Cotton bud.
And I'm going to just dab a little bit of washing up liquid on the end.
Liquid.
Okay.
The end of your cup.
And when we've got that, what we're going to do is dip that into the milk.
Yeah.
And just watch what happens to the colours, OK?
Right, so dip it into my colours?
Into the colours, yeah. Ooh. Pretty.
Look at that.
So the detergent's interacting with the milk, it's breaking up the fats. This is full-fat milk. You have to use full-fat milk. It's not good with semi-skimmed. And the more colours you put in, the more dramatic it can be.
It's wonderful.
And the detergent's obviously just grabbing hold of the fat, and that's what it does when you use it for washing up. And the colours go with it when it starts to move.
It's like doing a kaleidoscope, isn't it?
Yours is more beautiful than mine. I'm a bit disappointed.
Look, after my demonstration of cooking, I've got to be good at something.
So that's that one. Very cheap. Let's move that out of the way a little bit. Oops, I'm making a mess now.
Next one, right.
So what we've got here is 2 jugs of water. They seem to be jugs of water. What I'm going to ask you to do is to put your hand in that one, if you trust me, and see if there's anything you can find.
Oh!
Look. Ooh, what have you got?
Well, I've got transparent balls.
You've got
I've got transparent balls that are very squidgy. What are they?
If you've ever lost your marbles, this is where they're... These are jelly marbles or water crystals. You can get them. You can actually use them in gardening, so I didn't know if you might have come across them before. They absorb loads and loads of water. But the interesting thing about them is they're exactly the same, what we call refractive index of light. That means it bends light just the same way as water. So once you drop them in the water, if you drop them back, they completely disappear.
Look at that.
Which is quite weird. And a nice thing you can do with that, if I just take off these gloves here and we look at these ones here, these are ones without water.
Yeah.
And underneath we've got a secret picture, so you can't see it at the moment, but if you add the water... It enters itself, which is quite nice.
At that, isn't that clever?
Isn't that lovely?
Oh, you're really wonderful.
Right, OK. Right, we're going to heat things up a little bit.
Oh, a cup of tea, lovely.
Cup of tea.
Yep.
Very simple again. Take one of these tea bags, a 1-cup tea bag with a string.
Yep.
OK, we're going to snip the top off. We don't need the tea for this experiment. We are going to set fire to the tea bag.
Oh, how exciting.
Oh, I know. I can see... Oh, I can see you're excited. There's the tea. And we're just going to... We've got a cylinder now of special kind of paper that's just going to burn nicely.
Yeah.
All right, so pop those there.
You stand it up.
Stand it up. Oops. Set fire to it. Ooh,
try the other end.
Got it wrong, haven't I? There we go.
Can't set fire to it until you let it go.
Hang
on. Well, guys, lean it on the edge. Oh, come on, Alan, get it. Here we go.
Right, and as it heats up, the air rises and it should take the rest of the tea bag with it. Let's just see at the end. Ooh. Oh, a little bit higher.
There's sometimes go higher than that,
a bit higher than that. Let's move on to something else. OK, so...
You can do that with those amaretti wrappers as well. If you put those, you know, the big amaretti things, if you get those, it does it with us and they go even higher.
Yeah, they're a bit better, aren't they?
Goggles on. OK, this looks a bit dangerous.
If you move along a little bit...
So those two you can do at home. This one, can you do at home? It looks a bit... No, but you watch us having fun.
We wouldn't say to do this at home, but we thought it was fun to do here because it's nice and pretty.
Right.
So we've got corn flour.
Yeah.
And do you remember last time we mixed corn flour with some water, made some rather weird stuff?
Yeah, it became really hard stuff.
Yeah, that's a great one to do.
Yeah.
This is one, obviously, not to replicate, but if you just take a spoon out for me.
Yep, OK.
And first of all, I'm just going to show you that if we try and set fire to corn flour on its own, it won't burn.
No, it doesn't burn.
So we've got fuel, we've got fire, but we haven't got enough oxygen. So we're going to mix it with some oxygen. I need a bigger flame, so I'm going to put the blowtorch on. All
Yeah.
right, and this time...
Ooh!
A nice fireball.
Goodness me! Mary Berry never did that with cornflour.
Quite good fun. Make it right messy, that really. And
Okay.
finally, this is my favourite, I think.
And finally...
Ta-da! We have our flame tornado.
Right.
So, again, we need some fuel. We're using lighter fuel here.
Fuel, yeah.
Just going to put a little puddle in there.
That.
You got your goggles?
Do you need that?
Yeah, we do need it.
Right, OK.
We're going to light it. First of all, it will burn to a height of about here.
Now, this is going to prove what?
We're going to spin the air around the tornado, draw in some cold air, spinning air, and that will actually make the flame go much, much higher, and it should create a vortex shape, like the water going down your plug hole, but in reverse. Yeah.
Water going up your plug hole.
There we go.
Oh, water going down your plug hole, flame coming up your plug hole. Right.
So let's just put that on there.
So it's not doing anything
Not doing
at the
anything
moment.
much at the moment. If we introduce some spinning air...
Oh! Look at that, wonderful.
So,
isn't that fab? So that's, there you are, a flame tornado.
Beautiful.
Don't try it at home. My thanks to Wendy Sadler.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you.
Best of luck.